are solving for 10 random common entrance maths questions. I'm going to be as fast as possible. The first question says, find the difference between 13 whole number 2/5 and 2 whole number 1/3. This is a question on fractions where the denominators are not the same. Now, difference means minus. So I want to create space to solve. We are saying 13 whole number 2/5 minus 2 whole number 1/3. The first thing to do, because the denominators are not the same, the first thing to do is to look for the LCM of 5 and 3. Without solving, the answer is 15. We draw a line, we put our 15 here, and then we subtract 2 from 13. The answer will be 11. 13 minus 2 is 11. So 5 in this 15 is 3. 3 times this 2 is 6 minus 3 in this 15 is 5. 5 times 1 is 5. So your final answer will be 11 whole number. 6 minus 5 is 1/15. That's the final answer. The second question says A and B, they are to share 2004 naira at the ratio of 5:1. A and B should share 2004 naira at the ratio of 5:1. So we are sharing 2004 naira between A and B at ratio 5:1. So when you are solving for ratio, the question says we should find what A will get. When you are solving for ratio, the first thing to do is to add the proportions together. That will be 5 plus 1, which is equal to 6. What A will be getting is 5/6 times 2004. And what B will be getting is 1/6 times 2004. The essence of these questions are to move into different topics at the same time. Wherever you are confused, just private chat me and say, I'm confused, I don't understand. But all these topics will be dealt with one by one. So, in cutting this, I start from down. 6 here, 1. 6 in 20 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. It will remain 2. I put the 2 here. 6 in 20 is 3. It will remain 2. I put the 2 here. 6 in 24 is 4. So, nothing to do again. B is going to be getting 334 naira. B will be getting 334 naira out of this 2004. While A will be getting 5 times. You know, whatever B gets, A will get 5 times. That's what ratio means. So, what will A get? And that's what the question says we should solve for. What A will get. So, what will A be getting? It will be 334 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. You carry 2. 5 times 3, 15 plus this 2, 17. You carry 1. 5 times 3, 15 plus this 1, 16. So A will be getting 1,670. B will be getting 334. If we add them together, we'll be getting 2,004. That's the amount they shared. We move to the next question. The next question is a question on LCM. It says we should find the LCM of 18, 27, and 36. You draw your line. 18, 27, 36. 2 here is 9, 27, and 18. 2 here is 9, 27, and 9. 2 cannot go here again. We move to 3. 3 here is 3, 9, and 3. 3 here is 1, 3, 1. 3 here, nothing. So our final answer is this. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 3 is 36. 36 times 3 is 108. That's your final answer. The next question says we should look for 65% of 140. (65% of 140). The word percent, percent, is over 100. Cent means 100. So we say 65 over 100 times 140 over 1. This 0 is cutting this 0 out. So 2 will go into 10. 5. 2 is 14 is 7. 5 here 1. 5 in 65. 1, 3. Nothing is down again. We are left with 13 times 7. That's our final answer. We say 13 times 7. 7 times 3 is 21. We carry 2. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 plus 2, 91. That's the final answer. The next question is a question on adding decimals. The question says 1.01 plus 32.2 plus 0.01 decimals. So I told you, I said I have a video on adding decimals. Please try and watch it. In adding decimals, the golden rule is that all decimals must be on a straight line, sir. They must be on a straight line. So I have to arrange and make sure my decimals are on a straight line. 1.01 plus 32.2. The first thing I put down is my decimal. It's on a straight line. Now look at this question. After this decimal, you have a 2. That's my 2. In front of this decimal, you have a 2. That's my 2. In front of this 2, you have a 3. That's my 3. Then you look at the next one. 0.01. The first thing I put is 0.01. You can see that all these lines are imaginary lines, but the decimal points, my decimal points, are on a straight line. Then I can add. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2, my decimals, 2, 3. My final answer is 32.22. I move to the next question. It is a question on multiplying decimals. We want to multiply decimals. The question says 5.2, the product of 5.2 and 1.3. Product means times or multiplication. So they say we should find 5.2 times 1.3. In multiplying decimal, I have my style. My style is I hate decimals. So because I hate decimals, the first thing I do is to remove the decimal. Now watch me. I'm going to remove this decimal and remove this decimal and make it look like a whole number and multiply it and add the decimal back. So you look at me. When I move this once, this 5.2 becomes number 52. When I move this one once, this 1.3 becomes number 13. So observe that I moved one decimal out to make this a whole number and one decimal out. There are some numbers, like if I say 0.5678 and I want to remove the decimal, I will move it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because before I can say I have a, that's till the end of the number, and that will be 4 times. Then this one, I just move them once each. I removed one here and one here. I will return them, remember. So now I have 52 and 13 to multiply. So I say 52 times 13. 3 times 2 is what? 6. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. My answer here is 676. But you remember, I removed one decimal here and one decimal here. I'm adding them together. 1 plus 1 will give me 2. I'm going to the last number here and say 1, 2. And then my final answer, my decimal comes here, is 6.76. The next question is a question on place value. Place value. Find the place value of 4 in the number 1476.6.25. So we are looking for the place value of 4. we observe that this number has decimals, but the 4 we are looking for the place value is part of the whole number. You know, this is the whole number and then this is the decimal part. So the one we are looking for the place value for is within the whole number. So based on that, I can cut this one out. I can try to cut it out, use it to do shakara. I have 1476 and I've been asked to look for the place value of 4. Because I don't have any business with the decimal, I just remove my own number. Place value of 4. 6 is a unit. 7 is 7 tenths. 4 is 400. While 1 is 1000. So we have thousand, hundred, tens, and units. So the place value of 4 in this question is 400. 400. There's a difference between 400 and 400ths. Hundredths. TH. That one has to do with decimal part. We'll get to that later. But in this particular question, the place value they say we should look for is 400. I move to question 8. Question 8 has to do with multiplying fractions. Question 8 is 8 over 5 times 4 over 7 times 10 over 16. We are multiplying fractions. And when we are multiplying fractions, we cut them out. Now, because this is not a mixed fraction, suppose it was a mixed fraction, we would have converted it first to improper fractions, then we cut. But the issue is, the way it is, that's how we are going to cut it. Always remember that when you are cutting, you cut what is up with what is down. You cut what is down with what is up. You cannot cut what is up with what is up. So I want to cut. I can easily say 5 here 1, 5 in 10 is 2. I'm seeing 7 here. Okay, so 8 here 1, 8 in 16 is also 2. Then this 2, we call this 2. I'm left with this number, 4 over 7. Nothing can happen to the 2. My final answer is 4 over 7. The next question says I should find 615 in Roman figure. I have a video on Roman figures 1 to 100. It will help us. But most importantly, the number we are converting to Roman from Arabic is 615. So that is 615. Meanwhile, 500 is D. And 500 plus what will give us 600 is 100. 100 is C. And then 15. 10 is X. 5 is V. Do you understand? 615 is 615. 600 is made up of 500. The Roman figure is 500 and 100. So we say 500, which is D, and 100. How do I know that it's in front and not at the back? Because it is 500 plus 100. If it's plus, it comes to the front. If it's minus, it goes to. If we are looking for 400 now, 400 is 500 minus 100 to come to the back. But this one is 500 plus 100 to come to the front. So that is DC. Then 15 is made up of 10 and 5. 10 is X, 5 is V. I have a video on Roman figure 1 to 100. It is loading. So our final answer is D, C, X, V. 615. The final question in these random questions is that we should look for the average of 16, 50, 14, 20, and 40. How do we get average? We add all our numbers together and then we count the unit of numbers we have. How many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we add all our numbers together and we divide by 5. So let's add. Here we have 4 plus 6. It is 10. We drop 2. We drop 0 and carry 1 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, 10 plus 4. 140. 140 divided by 5 numbers. Divided by 5. 5 in 14 is 2. It will remain 4. 5 in 40 is 8. So the average of the set of numbers is 28. You add everything together. When we added, we got 140. Then you divide by the units, which is 5 numbers. 5 in 14 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. We have an extra 4. We added it to this 0. We have 40. 5 in 40 is 28. Thank you.